Hey, I'm Jesse. Paul is on board a ship that's heading toward disaster. His crew has obviously grown to respect what he has to say because he's proven dreadfully correct. And they've resorted at this point to cutting away the skiff, cutting away the lifeboat, if you will. Now here's what happens next in verse 33 of Acts 27. When it was about daylight, Paul urged them all to take food, saying, "Today is the 14th day that you have been waiting and going without food, having eaten nothing. So I urge you to take some food, for this is for your survival, since none of you will lose a hair from your head." That's audacious. That's also awesome. I'm convinced that food is a big deal to God. When Elijah, the prophet, was being hunted by Jezebel after he oversaw the slaughter of the prophets of Baal, he struggled with suicidal ideation. He was feeling down in the dumps. He should have felt like he's on top of the world, like he just won 462 Super Bowls. And instead, he just wants to die because he's being hunted, because he did God's will and now they're after him. And so he finds this space and God tends to him. And God's first advice is, you like take a nap, rest, and just eat something. And then when Peter is restored by Jesus on the beach, it's okay, just eat something. And then when we are in heaven and there's a wedding feast, that's we get to heaven, that God has redeemed creation forevermore, we're gonna eat something. And so Paul is inviting them, look, you've gone weeks now without enough food. Sit down and eat. Not one hair on your head is gonna be lost. They were, by their proximity to Paul, being shown common grace. God had promised through Paul that they would be delivered. Who in your life is a beneficiary of your relationship with Jesus? It's an incredible thing to see, and it'll seem like it comes from the unlikely sources. And I hate to break it to you, but in my experience, typically that admiration for your Christian faith comes most when you are suffering, and the non-Christians in your life have a front row seat to watch it. May you, like Paul, be a blessing to the non-Christians in your life. Sit down, eat. Not one hair on your head is going to be lost. Like, sit down, eat with me. Hear the gospel from me. There's a way for you to be saved, not only from the coming shipwreck, but in the eternality of your very soul. To whom is your walk with Christ a blessing? This is the book of Acts, and it's happening right now in your relationships with your neighbors, with your friends, with your coworkers. Let's live this text out together. Are you ready?